So, edible seaweeds. There's many seaweeds that you can eat and enjoy. And in fact, all seaweeds that you find on a rock, attached to the rock, are actually edible. And here's a little bit of information about just the bright green seaweeds that you get. So these bright green ones are ulva species, U-L-V-A, and then they'll have a second Latin name. And they're broadly categorised into sea lettuces, and that's like the flat bladed ones that you see on the left. You can see it's thin, perhaps it's obvious why someone might have called it sea lettuce. And you often see it floating around in the sea or in rock pools. This one is attached to the rock, so basically you know it's safe to eat. It's not been washed up for a while, and it's not one of the ones that are in the deep sea, the odd one of which contains sulfuric acid. So you obviously don't want those. They are red ones, so with the green ones you're not going to mix it up anyway. So then we have this more one that's in strands as opposed to being a flat bladed seaweed, and you often see what's called here gutweed in different rock pools and strewn over rocks. And basically, as well as there being these broad categories of gutweed and sea lettuce, there's also a specific ulva lactuta, that's the sea lettuce, and ulva intestinalis, which is the gutweed. Now, in terms of edibility, it really doesn't matter, and it's in fact only under close microscopic investigation that you would actually be able to figure out the difference between them. You can basically just dry them and fry them up, making sure that you don't have lots of sand in between the strands of this one. And for this one, sometimes I find it a bit fiddly when you've got to spread it out and dry it, so you don't want to pick absolutely loads. Always only pick what you can actually eat within a few days being kept in the fridge, or what you've got time to put out and dry that same day. Otherwise you may well end up wasting the seaweed. And always pick when there's plenty. So this is quite a small little section of seaweed. Really, you want to go to a place where there's lots and lots, and you know that you're not going to deplete the area. And you would also only ever take about a third of one bit of seaweed growing on the rock.